All right, let's just jump right in, shall we? If you've ever wanted a proven, step-by-step blueprint to make your next year the absolute best year of your life, well, you're in exactly the right place. We're going to break down Dan Martell's 6-step framework for taking those huge pie-in-the-sky goals and making them your day-to-day reality. Let's do this.
Seriously, just take a second and actually feel that. That feeling of looking back over the year and just thinking, wow, I actually did it. This isn't just some nice little daydream, it's a destination. And this blueprint, it's the map that's going to get you there. The money, the health, the right tribe, it is all totally possible. So here's the million-dollar question, right? Why does that incredible vision so often just fizzle out by, February? The source material is crystal clear on this. It's not because you don't want it enough. It's because you lack clarity and you're missing a system for execution. I mean, think about it. You can spend an entire day just answering emails, feeling super busy, but if none of that actually moved you closer to your big goal, you were just spinning your wheels. That's exactly what happens when you don't have a North Star.
And that brings us perfectly to the first, and maybe the most critical step of all, defining your direction. This is all about creating that one crystal clear North Star that's going to guide every single decision you make all year long.
Now, what's so brilliant about this is how it works like a funnel, taking a massive, kind of scary vision and distilling it all the way down into a single action you can take today. You start with your one big, audacious goal. You break that down into 12 supporting projects for the year. Then you zoom in on this single most impactful project, and from there, you identify your one most important next step. It's a system designed to turn total overwhelm into focused action. Now, to make that direction really stick, you need what Martell calls the 300% rule. It sounds intense, but it's actually super simple and powerful. You need 100% clarity on exactly what you want, you need 100% belief that you can actually achieve it, and you need to hold that vision in your mind 100% of the time. That's the magic combination that gives you that unwavering focus to build the life you want.
Okay, so you know where you're going. You've got your destination plugged into the GPS. But a direction without self-awareness is really just a guess. So the crucial point of step 2 is to get brutally honest about where you are right now.
This quote right here, it just flips the entire script on productivity. We always think we need to add more, do more, hustle harder. But real meaningful progress actually comes from elimination. You can't get rid of the things that are pulling you away from your goals until you know what they are.
And this is a brilliantly simple way to find those distractions. Go through your calendar, both personal and professional, and color code every single activity. Green for the stuff that gives you energy and makes you feel alive, and red for the tasks that just drain you. The goal is simple. Maximize your green time and find a way to delete, delegate, or automate everything that's red.
So, once you've started clearing out those red tasks that suck the life out of you, you start to create space. Step 3 is all about what you choose to fill that space with. It's time to install the operating system for success. These are the daily habits and routines that turn your goals into automatic wins, no motivation required.
You have got to remember this acronym, systems. Save yourself time, energy, money, and stress. See, systems aren't about being restrictive, they are totally liberating. A good system saves you all your most valuable resources, and it will beat a fleeting sense of motivation every single day of the week.
So what does this actually look like in practice? Well, here's a great routine. Plan your next day the night before, so you wake up with intention. Attack your biggest tasks in focused 25-minute sprints. Then get up and move your body during the breaks. But honestly, the real game changer here is that last point. Review your 12 power goals 3 times a day. This keeps your priorities right in front of your face, which makes it so much easier to say no to all the things that don't align.
Okay, so you've got your daily systems running like clockwork. Now, how do you supercharge them? That brings us to the multiplier effect. The most successful people in the world don't necessarily work harder, they just know how to create massive leverage. This is how you multiply your output without having to multiply your hours.
This classic quote really says it all. Leverage is about small inputs creating massive outputs. It's about understanding how to use tools like automation, delegation, and collaboration to achieve so much more with less personal effort.
So how do you do this tactically? A fantastic way is to use the 10-80-10 rule. You handle the first 10%. That's the strategy, the creative brief. Then you delegate the middle 80%. The heavy lifting, the actual execution. And then you come back in for the final 10% to add that final polish and review. This framework literally shifts you from being a doer to being a director. And the best part is, you can start right now. Find just one thing to automate. Delegate one task using the rule that 80% done by someone else is 100% awesome. And duplicate your time by stacking tasks that don't require the same kind of attention, like taking a non-critical call while you go for a walk.
Now this might be the most important step of all. Seriously, the people you surround yourself with will literally shape your floor and your ceiling. Your environment, and especially your inner circle, is one of the most powerful forms of leverage there is.
You have to audit your circle just like you audited your calendar. Are the people around you energy amplifiers, or are they energy vampires? Are they on their own growth journey pushing you to be better, or have they decided to stop growing and they're just draining your energy? Proximity is power, my friends, so be ruthlessly intentional about who you give your time and energy to.
This is your new filter. For every invitation, every meeting, every person you think about spending time with, if it's not an immediate, gut-level hell yes, then it has to be a no. It might sound harsh, but it's absolutely necessary to protect your focus and your energy. You have to set boundaries to create the space for your new standards to grow.
Okay, you have the direction, the systems, the leverage, and the right people. The final step is all about execution and accountability. This is the glue that makes sure the plan actually happens and doesn't just stay a plan.
You've heard it before. What gets measured gets managed. It's so true. First, pick one North Star metric for your biggest goal, like body fat percentage or daily revenue, and you track it obsessively. Second, build a super simple scorecard to make your progress visible. And third, commit. Get an accountability partner or make a public declaration about your goal. Why? Because you will do 10 times more to avoid letting someone else down than you ever will to just keep a promise to yourself. That's the incredible power of accountability.
Look, I know this can feel like a lot to take in all at once, but remember the core idea here. A simple plan, executed with discipline, is infinitely more powerful than some random flash of inspiration. The discipline of execution, that is the bridge that turns your vision into your reality.
So, after this entire blueprint, after all 6 steps, it all comes down to this one question. Forget the whole staircase for just a moment. What is the single, most important next step you can take right now to move your #1 project forward? Define that one thing and then go do it.